Hi Aries, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a tarot reading for your next 48 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind, of course, this is general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But I do want to remind you, of course, to check out your other placements within your individual chart for more messages, as I am posting these readings when randomly, as I'm meant to. I feel like it's guided to who needs it most at that time. But I do also want to thank you in advance for your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. But let's begin. We're going to pull from the Gilded Tarot deck. And I think we're going to pull a Kipper card for each one, just to see how that goes. But to build upon each message. And also keep in mind this is meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you, starting around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it, okay? So you're here at this time for a reason. We have the High Priestess coming out first, okay? So don't be surprised when you feel oneself floating through certain obligations the next 48 in certain ways, when you feel very much angelically guided, I want to say, or spiritually guided. I just feel as if the moon is coming into play, okay? There's a sense that the stars are aligning for you, wanting to experience new things, wanting to vibe with certain energies that you feel get you, okay, or just or more on your wavelength than certain people you have attempted to bond with recently, right, or to vibe with. But we have change for the High Priestess, also to get high honor. So I feel like we're gonna take both, okay? So there's this feeling that in the next 48 you're going to be viewed in a very high honored light, and because of certain changes you've been making or planning to make, right, mulling over, potentially having some important conversations in the next 48 hours. I do feel like for some, through your work, you're getting a level of recognition that just feels quite gratifying, okay? And I do sense that you're just being pushed to remember how intelligent you truly are, okay? Through acts of independence, through acts of even kindness, okay? I really do feel a very kind-hearted energy about you for the Aries that have been drawn to this particular reading. I get that there are different types of every different sign, but I do feel like you're also potentially going through a bit of a spiritual increase or spiritual development. You could be a spiritual worker being drawn to this reading, but I do feel like you are feeling as if things are just different, okay? You might sense that certain spirits that have joined you in the next 48 hours are just not the typical ones that are around you, or just making things a little bit, okay, off in energy, or just a lot lighter than you once were feeling, okay? Don't be surprised if you go from walking kind of heavy at a certain point, and then out of the blue, you just kind of are floating, or just walking a lot lighter, okay? I'm hearing it's the work of a spirit. What else do we have for Aries? The Magician, nice. 2 major arcana. Yeah, I feel like you're going through a bit of a churn in on one's path, right, in your life. And I really do feel as if you're being pushed to recognize that you are manifesting a lot right now. Don't be surprised if you see infinity symbols. And underneath it all, I feel like there's a connection that's taking a highlight, okay? Some of you could be thinking about somebody, even if you're not physically interacting with them or even communicating with them. And if that's the case, I do sense there's a bit of an energetic connection taking place. But I do feel like you are thinking about love, lack thereof which in your life, wanting more of this individual, wanting to see what they're up to. I do feel like there's going to be a level of honesty with a specific somebody, okay? Now, it could be coming towards you, right? Or it could be both back and forth. But I do sense that in one way, shape, or form in the next 48 hours, you're feeling quite honest with, or feeling the inclination to be quite honest with this one individual, okay? Or with people in general. But what do we have for the Magician? Thoughts. Yeah, do tread carefully with your thoughts. That's an absolutely perfect match right there, because I do feel like you're manifesting a lot at this time, and there's this push to remember or to recognize in general for some that if you desire it, it's going to come to be, okay? If you truly believe 1000% it's going to actually transpire in your reality, that it's doable in your physical reality, then it's going to come to be. It will be manifested. And I do feel like there are spirits guiding and supporting you all the meanwhile. But don't be surprised as well if you're pushed to, I'm hearing the saying second guess, but don't be surprised if you're pushed to think twice or even 3 times, right, about what you truly desire, if it's coming to somebody, or if it has to do with a new job or a new place of residence. As if Spirit's not saying you're wrong for wanting this, right? It may be completely wrong for you for some, but it's this vibe where you're being pushed to recognize and remember, once again, the possibilities are endless. So is that really what you want? Okay, we want you to be completely sure before you see it come to be. They're saying now, be careful what you wish for, okay? Just some wise advice. But on another beautiful note, we have the Six of Pentacles, okay? And so it's the next 48 hours where certain levels of abundance flow in. You may even get a full body of goosebumps, a change in temperature due to Spirit. For some of you, that Six of Pentacles is speaking upon love, okay? Or just a choice or multiple, right? A choice when it comes to what you desire. You may be manifesting multiple options at this time. I'm hearing good vibes. And I really do feel you're going to be attracted to people with good vibes. You're even going to be exuding your own level of good vibes and high vibration. But moments where you do feel a little bit emotional, moody, or down, just try to snap out of it or wrap oneself up with something that makes you feel, they're saying, invigorated, okay, alive, or just more positive. But we do have marriage here. So I feel like there's a level of commitment, okay? Some of you, this may actually be about marriage, but I feel like for the majority, it's in regards to a commitment that you're manifesting at this time, okay? Or being pushed to recognize as a gift from Spirit. We also have sudden wealth. Beautiful. All right, so yeah, I do feel like you're manifesting money at this time, and I do feel like you're also manifesting certain levels of new connections, or even the reconnecting of you and certain people. Your social media posts will attract attention to the point where people will want to see what you're up to, or even then tune into your work if it's on social media, or just, yeah, I feel like you're just intriguing people in certain ways, okay? There's this sort of gentle smile about you, or even if you're not smiling, about your energy, right? Your expression, where you're comforting people at times with your pictures, videos, your presence. I'm hearing your energy is pleasant. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, the Tower. You're being pushed to recognize something about a past Tower moment or preparation for a future one. Some of you, it might have to do with a specific somebody, but for the majority of you, I feel like it's, it may be, okay, it's either career or it's a connection, okay? But a message comes in that solidifies in one's mind that you're manifesting a Tower moment, okay? Or that you are knowing that one lies ahead. For some of you, a message comes in that reminds you that a past Tower moment that happened in the past was purposeful, okay? This doesn't have to be bad energy. And in your case, I feel like it's not. I feel like it's preventative or just clarification, one or the other, okay? Or just preparation. Either way. Let's pull one more of these. So actually, we're going to pull another tarot from the Mermaid deck. What else do we have for Aries? We have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. And so I feel like you're being reminded or just pushed to recognize in certain ways that your cup is overflowing at this time. And there's a push to just keep swimming in a strategic, balanced manner. But I do feel like you can't help, even when you're working or just running errands, can't help but think about specific somebody or just wanting a specific type of connection in your life. I do feel like there's somebody with, okay, anger issues or just a temper or just bad energy that you may be pushed to think about or prevented from interacting with. I was getting that from the volcano, but I do feel like the distant horizon comes to mind and all that it holds for oneself. And I'm being drawn to the Six of Wands in this deck. A level of attention, quality, high honor once again in certain ways, and just pretty much, I want to say like 95% of the next 48 hours just feels ultra positive and successful, even when thoughts of this past or future Tower moment come to be. And I really do feel like you are being pushed to recognize that a new beginning lies on the horizon. And that's going to vary from case to case as to what it is. It may tie into where you're feeling a bit trapped or limited or once will, or will down the line, even if you can't see that now. And I do feel like there's just a lot of abundance to be experienced wrapped up in that new beginning. I'm hearing stay focused as well. Stay focused. Again, underlying focus on love, decisions, options, right? What you're manifesting once again. Allow for oneself to recognize or remember in the next 48 hours that things are falling into place for you in a very magical way, okay? To keep one's vibration higher, bring it on back to that state of being, because I feel like you are attracting what is meant for you. But again, tread carefully as to what you're wishing for, because you're a manifesting machine at this time, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the next 48 hours, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aries.